I should be reasonably consistently getting right around 4 minutes here. So the last time I had a good intro and had the 2.5 gold, that was because I decided to start rushing this first area a bit more.
The fire's out. Let's go.
There's some trophies I used to always get in the past that I don't need in order to reach 1600. It's a bit faster just to get a couple other ones along the way over. It's a lot smoother. I barely stopped moving at all.
Not too far to the old barracks now.
Every time you reset, you upset Sly, because it means you're further away from the barracks. You don't want to let him down. He says it's only not too far away from them now. Did that hit? Yes. That visual cue is very consistent, but like, it just didn't look like it hit. That's much more like it. Last time I did this when it was like +7, I finished with like 323 there. Here it was like 312. If I can actually hit her properly, that would be nice. Oh, what is happening? I've not hit her like like the proper way a single time so far. Oh, that was a bit of a late split, but good enough. I'm pretty happy that sub 4 is pretty consistent. I remember when I thought sub 4 was impossible. Monkey. It's so nice having the split button on the controller now. Definitely much smoother. Shrimpy for mentioning that. He kept forgetting to do it for a couple nights, and because of that, it made it easier for me to remember. I almost walked over to the dentist there. I might reset this segment because I feel like I'm never getting close to a 216. Yeah, like this was like almost perfect here, and I'm gonna be losing multiple seconds. This segment's wrong. The best segment, rather. Losing, there's nothing I did. I could cost 4 seconds there. But it makes me really wonder how it was even possible to get that best segment in the first place if it was really that far off. But the thing is, I would have had to split at least 2 or 3 seconds early, and that's not possible there. Like this, there's no, it's a very consistent split. Like there's no like accidental early timing I can do on it. I do it exactly when I talk to Ken. That, or there would be a really late split on the split before it. Which is theoretically possible, but it wouldn't be significant enough. I missed that split. I wasn't looking at how many ninjas were actually left, so I was not prepared to actually split. There. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sad that last run died. They had like perfect opals here. Not that it matters in terms of time, it just looks cool to be able to say you had exactly like 3 opals short. before patchy. Totally planned. God, that didn't work at all. I've noticed that the speed boost there is a little bit easier to get forward if I turn the helicopter forward right at the turn. But I did it too early this time, so the helicopter just kind of awkwardly just zigzagged to the left and then went forward at normal speed. So like, that split, for example, is so convenient to do on controller. It's easy to do the ones that fade out like that on keyboard, but not having to move your hands at all during the entire run is pretty nice. Come on. That did a full 180. That is dumb. Get over there. Are you kidding me? That's dumb. So, if I get a good fight here, I can make up for that a little bit, but it's not going to be significant. I pretty much always lose a couple seconds here. So I'm probably going to come close to breaking it even. Maybe still a couple seconds ahead. Very good phase 2 so far. Yeah, that was like perfect phase 2. No early hit here though. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. That is really weird. That all of that only cost like about 2 seconds. I guess I was right that the fight was just really good and it offset it. I was expecting just a couple seconds. Oh my god. That's what happens when you menu too fast and you just get confused. It's complete muscle memory.
Hello there, Tom.
As soon as you mess it up, it's like, what do I do now? And you have to just like stop for a second.
This suit is full of fleas, but I need the money.
Not a rabbit. I don't get it. No, I know, but I still don't get it. Excuse me, what did I bump on? What? Literally, what did I hit? It's a shrimpy boy, hello. You missed my first run, die to the forest, so let's see what happens this time. And it wasn't how you would expect. It just, for completely no reason whatsoever, just fell to the ground. He literally, I was just about to do a jump and all of a sudden he's just on the ground. Like, so, I then proceeded to practice the trick here and got it like 3 times in a row. So let's hope for the best here. If not, no big deal. I'm not going to reset over it. Are you kidding me? I had that and the game froze for a second on the autosave. That literally cost me that. Are you kidding me? That is the stupidest thing ever. Like, I actually thought the game was crashing for a moment. But I had that, like I was on the rope. That is the stupidest way you could possibly mess that up. I'm gonna make up for it doing this. Not really, but it helps. That's a quick, cool shortcut I just recently realized was pretty easy to do. And the cycle's terrible. Ugh. That was a disaster. See, now I do want to reset over that, because that wasn't even my fault. I can't even say that's my fault, keep going. That's just the game saying no. So having a PB that doesn't have that in it is just annoying. But also, Americus is like really close to matching my time, and he doesn't even attempt it, so. I don't know why you wouldn't attempt it. Like, it literally doesn't cost any time. Maybe it costs like a second or two from the gliding if you do fail it, but it's more than enough to make up for going it. No, he doesn't. I wish he did. He did 2 offline runs though. He de-rusted and got like a mid 117. Actually, he did 3 runs. He got like a mid 117, then he got a new PB that was a low 115. And then he almost did like a 10-second PB on top of that, but lost it at the end due to a buster. So like he's very consistent at the game. He's very consistent at spitting out his like mid to low 115s. Any run now and he's gonna pop me. not unless I can do this first. I know he'd like to get a 114. I don't know what his actual goal might be though, long term. He seems to agree a 113 is possible with like a god run, but I seriously doubt that anyone has the patience to actually go for a 113. It would just be a thing that if it happens, it happens. So that's why I'm just aiming for some sort of lower 114 for now. 114-20-ish shouldn't be bad. Especially since I should have, theoretically, like maybe 10 seconds of time save on average from taking out Crocs. Oh, actually, come to think of it though, my PB had a really good Crocs, so I'm not going to save all that much time from it. What it'll do is it'll just make it much more consistent that I'm not going to I'm not going to gain much time from it, but I'm not going to lose it either. If you're comparing to a really good Croc segment, it's about the same speed but more consistent, so instead of always losing like 5 seconds to it, I'm just gonna net 0 most of the time now. Oh yeah, we also have someone else in the server who's been doing some runs offline, I think. I don't think he's ever submitted to the boards though. But he's close to getting a sub 120, kind of similar to you. So I think he has a similar goal to it. I would suggest checking the last couple messages in the Tai2 channel, Shrimpy, just to see some stuff I found out of bounds earlier. We found a cutscene that's stored underneath the level in the hub area. And thanks to someone chiming in and taking a look, we figured out what cutscene it was. Pretty neat. Oh, I was about to say. I thought that wasn't going to drop the Croc. That was a gold, okay. I mean, it did feel pretty smooth, but that might have also just been an early split because I'm not used to splitting with the controller yet. I'm really breaking even, wow. Need to scratch my ear, but I'm driving. There we go. Pray for a good oil rig. I think last time I was doing runs here, I saw that I have possibly a couple seconds of gold here left. I don't recall. All I know is last time I did this level properly was during that marathon run, and I had to give up on the button because I couldn't hit it. So let's just not do that this time. That's total possible time save. Across the whole run, not just here. Yeah, that would be absolutely terrible if I had... I would... Like, I would never allow a run to finish if I lost 30 seconds here. That would be too embarrassing. Also, I'm gonna try that button thing here that I mentioned. Just jump and hit it. Okay. That does work, I just need to aim it a bit better. I think I just need to jump in that direction, sorta. It's just a little bit faster than going first person, I think. I apparently don't have streamer mode on in Discord. I'm getting notifications. And I can't turn it on in the middle of a run. Hope for the best here. Yeah, no, I don't have sounds on, but it just shows up in the corner of my screen. Okay. So, I actually took a page out of your book from that, because I was pretty sure I knew what I was doing wrong with it, based on seeing you have decent success with it recently, and it just basically wasn't angling to the right enough. And as soon as I did that this time, now it worked. Oh, are you kidding me? What is happening? Why wouldn't he land on it? That's the stupidest way to now lose time here. This was gonna be close. I'm definitely gonna lose probably maybe like 6 seconds or something. Five and a half. Once I have to like start waiting for him in between rounds, I'm gonna look ahead and see where my actual time save is. I'm pretty sure that I have a decent bit of time save on the first lifter mission, just from some really bizarre golds I was getting. Let's look ahead. Oh yeah, I can't really compare to all these. 6 seconds on Big Bang apparently. 4 on Never Never. Little and Ninjas 3. Yeah. 14 seconds there on the lifter bunyip. Seconds on the second lifter mission somehow. A little bit of firefight. Okay. That doesn't feel like that added up to 32, but that also doesn't include any of the stuff. Oh, that was a really early hit. What happened there? That was weird. That I'm gonna have to look at. Someone clip that? I don't know if I actually hit him early somehow, or if that was just like really, really perfectly timed. Because it could very well be that you can hit him a little earlier than I'm currently doing, it just might not be consistent. Nice. You see the notification for posting in the Taito channel. Yeah, I'll take a look at that after. Can you make it over here though? Please? Break it, please. Ah, so close. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make him break everything this time. It's a blessed run whenever you do. I don't think he has enough hops in him to get all the way over here. And he missed a piece there. Oh well. That was almost a gold. Probably just because of the early hit thing. Okay, I need to think. Sub and Frosty. I actually forgot the route for a second. At least the sub bunny up's the first in the menu, so I'm not gonna mess that up.
Bye-bye.
Boy, boy.
Hello, Ty.
And same with the Frosty, right?
Bye, son.
As long as you can menu quick enough, those cost like very little time to actually buy. Slightly. It only changes one thing, Nitruff. We don't do Crocs anymore, which was obviously a huge thing. Sheep dip. We did that in its place. So I'm gonna take two examples here. So the timing that we use for comparing, the timing that we use for a Croc segment was having a 923 on the segment on the timer left, which is very good. So that's what we use as a comparison point, that was what was in my PB. It saves almost no time. It's like under a second compared to a 923 Crocs, but it's extremely consistent because it's not often you're going to get a 923 Crocs, so it doesn't really save any time, it just prevents you from losing time, and it's much more consistent. It saves time if you're bad at Crocs, pretty much. But if you're good at Crocs, then it's about the same, just more consistent. So I'm not expecting to get any particular boost of time save here, it's just going to prevent me from losing like probably 5 seconds. And what's really funny about adding Sheep Dip back in is the first route change we did last summer. The whole point of that was removing Sheep Dip and Bushfire, but now we just put Sheep Dip right back in. I think the timing I did at the time just didn't even consider removing Crocs. That, or I did some bad timing and it ended up being slower.
Look at all that water. Look, nuts.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Realistically, I probably could have kept most of these middle segments. Like, I would have needed to remove the split times, but the actual segments themselves would have been good, since this part of the route isn't changing. Or going from sub 1 to sub 2, and then sub 2 to Tourist Trap. Those didn't change, but I removed the segments as well. My actual sum of the best is closer to a 113.30. Sub 1 is affected, and Tourist Trap. Well, actually, no, the, whatever the one after Tourist Trap is. Now it's Ninjas 2. Ninjas 2 is affected because you have to drive from Tourist Trap instead of Crocs, which is a little bit further away. So I just had all the splits removed up until Stone Beetle, just to cover all of it. I'm almost out of soda. Gamer fuel. Got my Mountain Dew. That's a little bit early, but... This has been very smooth so far. Yeah, that was pretty much perfect. most likely just gonna finish this run, regardless of what happens. But if stuff goes wrong, I'm just gonna stop. And I won't be doing any more after. It's streamed enough for today. That, yep. This cycle never lines up right. Like, on some rare occasions it does. Excuse me. Oh, come on. I don't really understand why they put that big throw there, because you can't realistically kill that unless you were to go all the way out of your way to get to this fly before you come here. Which is the complete opposite side of the map. So I don't know what they were expecting. I was not expecting another jump off of that. I was expecting to fall. It feels so nice not having to go to Crocs right after this. I'm used to leaving that mission always being nervous. Of course, we're still going to be stuck with them in every other category, but at least 90% has gotten rid of them. And there's no way to get rid of them in the others, just because they have to be there by requirement. I was not expecting the boomerangs to split like that and hit both of them. Slightly too far away. Oh, come on, get back here. That's so dumb. This is good though. I want the last ninja to be over in this area so I can start walking this way. So that worked out pretty well. Oh my god, that best segment. I don't know what that's gonna do to my summer best. Cause like, it says 16 minutes, that's the combined segment time ever since the split started to go blank. This looks really weird. Okay, so there is a notification blocking my splits. Not the whole thing, but it's blocking the time, so I actually literally cannot see my time right now. So I think I'm going to need to ask people to tell me what happens, because I don't have a chance to move it. I can't close the notification, unless it goes away on its own eventually, but they tend to just stick around there and never go until I click on it. Okay, well I can at least see the split time, so I can see I'm about a second ahead. Second and a half, yeah. So that's something at least. That makes sense though. I had a couple seconds to save throughout those splits, and that I wasn't going to lose any significant amount of time to Crocs. But how much time save do I still have left? Still probably like 30-ish seconds, I think. Okay, yeah. Makes sense, because there was no decrease in that from doing all those. Ugh, it's dumb. And be careful not to jump too early on these. Go for this. Nice. Lags. Oh my god, the lag messed me up again. At least I got that. That notification is still there. Problem with moving the mouse moves the camera in the game. So even if I had downtime, I can't go over there. Theoretically, I might be able to on a loading screen, but the loading screen wouldn't be long enough, and it would make me deselect the game anyways. Am I up against the gold for Fluffy, or do I have a little bit of time here? A YouTube video. Reaction, but to something I don't care about, so, like, it's even double more ironic that it's not even a notification I want or care about. Oh, it went away. Notification went away. I've literally never had that happen before. It always stays there until I move it away. Also, where did 3 seconds time save on that come from? Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Nothing significantly different happened there. And then again, I did have to enter these splits here. Like, these are the ones I had to edit back in after the fact, so these ones aren't going to be quite as accurate.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Todd.
Bye, Tom.
But, like, it's not going to be, it shouldn't be 3 seconds. Like, it would be under a second difference. Like, you notice the PV split here. It's small text, but you can see it's 241.00. It might have been like 241.5. I don't know. I just copied over the minute and second. The best segments, though, are accurate. I typed those in. I just didn't do the split times right. Oh my god, that loaded so fast. It's really kind of comical that in the last, what was this, like 20 minutes of the run, I had 32 seconds to save. I didn't realize it was like that condensed to just this part of the run. To have half of your time save be in the last 20 minutes. And like 1/4 of it itself being one mission. Of which I still don't understand why it has time save to begin with. You could say that, but like, there's nothing that requires practice from the end of the game, really. Like, the only thing that would really vary is like maybe movement in the Never Never, but like, other than that, it's all minigames that are very easy to be consistent at, compared to other things. There's no like big trick like in the forest. Also, this segment's definitely wrong as well. So that's some false time save there that I'm never gonna get, because I didn't do anything different there. Nothing that would require 6 seconds. Even the Megarang thing. Like, we didn't used to buy the Megarang there, and now we do, but that doesn't cost 6 seconds. That looked like kind of meh RNG on the eggs. I didn't get a really good look at them, but easy peasy. Dinosaur murder. Oh god, more lag spikes. Like, the whole point of those loading areas is to load everything before this happens. But notice that they come and pick at me first. They're asking for it. That's why I'm going after them. Hurry up, Dennis. Oh, that's not what I wanted to happen. I came out of the water a bit early there. This is decent RNG. I don't like how close this is going to end up being. Top banana. And where are they? One left. Be quiet. See, I still don't understand that. Is it a pizza truck? It looked like the logo on the thing was pizza. I highly doubt it's pizza, but like it could be. Yeah, look at the logo when I come up to this. Like, almost looks like a pizza. I'm sure it's not, but because I've never seen a pizza cut into just 4 chunks like that. But see, if I wasn't in a speedrun, I would just pause and look at the description in the menu, but on the mission description. Well, that's the thing. They're not slices. If it's being cut into quarters, then it's more than a slice. It's a full chunk at that point. Another gold. That's so silly. It was pretty small though. I mean, we're talking half a second, but that in itself could just be from splitting early with the controller now. But no, I mean, PB is alive. I'm just gonna check my PB after this just because I'm curious too now. Also, 6 seconds here doesn't seem right. Like this could also just be a wrong segment thing. I don't want to advocate for slapping anybody in my splits. Yeah, 6 seconds might be accurate here. Yeah, look at that. Alright, never mind. I'm not going to reset that one. Also, I split to the Frosty Ring for like no reason at the end there. If it's not obvious just from watching, probably isn't. The button to open the boomerang menu is the same as the one to skip cutscenes. So there is actually a certain degree of memorization involved, because some missions don't have a second cutscene after. But if you hit triangle twice expecting there to be one, then you'll open the ring menu. And then you end up doing what I just did. No idea. Probably like 20 bucks, I would think. They're not super expensive. But it might be like more of like a standard price. So that was really smooth there, actually. Also, I hit my microphone.
Keep an eye out for some fuel runs.
Yeah, it would be nice. I think it's more of like a visual effect that the water falls. It's more like the second you just hit a trigger on top of it, the house is considered done. Then the water's just visual. The water's not actually doing anything.
Look at that fire.
Well, I mean, we're about to get that 114.20. It could very well, it could possibly be a 19. But it would require our gold here, actually. So, probably not. It's funny, my heart's not even like racing like normally would for a PB because this was basically a free PB. Like, I was basically dead zero, tied with a PB for almost all of the run except for the lifter mission and the 6 seconds after. Like, that was 21 seconds and I'm 24 ahead, so like, the time save is extremely minimal otherwise. Getting the thing in the forest would help, but that's like the only big difference. It'd be nice if I could hit Patsy. Oh, he kicked. How dare he? That feels like that was almost faster than doing the 8 steps, honestly. But he kicked me in the process. Very rude. Well, he did do a jump, it was just a very short jump. It was a kick, then a jump. I'm going to be very, very careful in the second phase of the cast fight because it's very easy to get knocked off the edge. I've had a lot of issues with that recently. Only have to do it 5 times, dodging the bouncing thing. But other than that, like, there's very little that can happen at this point to cost the PB. Like, literally the only thing would be like a game crash, which I wouldn't even be mad about, because like, it's not my fault that that happens. I'll be annoyed, but like, clearly it's pretty free to get another time like this. If the first phase can go nice, that would be good as well. If Cass can just be in a good spot. Alright, he's not. There we go. Ideally, you want him moving in the same direction towards you like that, so you can just get a hit like right away. This hit's good though. Oh god. That almost was very bad. I'm kind of surprised that didn't catch me, honestly. One more. Okay, we're safe. The rest of the fight is free. Unless I walk into a stupid lava thing, but that would be completely my fault. Oh my god, I thought the game crashed for a second there. That actually froze long enough that it had me worried. Hit him? Oh my god. Okay, there we go.